Okay, why a math workshop?
We choose to work with Math Workshop because it gives us opportunity to work in small groups with the children to see what they understand, how we could target their instruction to meet their needs, and to also foster independence with the small groups that aren't with the teacher. They are applying their skills, reinforcing their skills, and they're working collaboratively with their peers.
Yes, and we feel that with the math workshop model, the students are actually involved in play. And 8-year-olds really learn best through play and discovery. So while myself and Mrs. Sklar have 2 small groups going on, there are 2 other small groups that are playing games and learning, which are directly connected to the assessment.
Okay, how is this model different from maybe something that you've done in the past, or maybe the way that you taught the Common Core when it first came out?
Well, we did more of whole group instruction, and we differentiated with what the children were doing at their tables and independent work. But now we're actually using more of an ELA type workshop model where we're meeting with math groups, guided direct instruction, meeting their needs. And we're trying to do that as many times a week as possible in cooperation with the main lesson.
And now, how does assessment fit into this model? Is it, is it stronger, or?
Well, we sit down and grade all the assessments together, so whether it's an exit ticket, a module assessment, or we just talk about how the children are doing. And based on those assessments, that's how we formulate our groups for the next day and the day after that, and we direct our instruction based on how the children scored on the assessments.
Okay.
And I think we also, we have, I think, more assessments this way in that when I meet with my small group at math station time, I'm able to jot down notes about the individual child. So perhaps we're able to get away from just the number, and maybe they were inattentive that day, or maybe they were upset about something. So all of that can also be incorporated into our assessment pieces.
Okay. What do you think the kids feel? How do they feel about the math classroom in the workshop model?
They love it. They cheer, and when they're disappointed when we don't do math stations for that day. They love meeting with the teacher. We use a lot of different manipulatives, and they also love because they think they're playing, and they are playing, but they enjoy it quite a bit.
Yes, and I also think that it builds cooperative learning and taking turns and waiting. For example, one of the math fluency games that we have is Math Bingo with Math Facts. So one of them will be the caller, and the other 4 will cover their boards. They have to decide, okay, who's the caller today? It really puts some responsibility on them, and it makes them work together as a team.
Okay, great. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.